Welcome to Robin Hood Shaving Artisans. Today what I'm going to do is run a real short video on how to clean, take apart, and put back together the Supply Company razor. This one I've had now for several weeks, but occasionally, like on a normal razor, the way you do it is you take the whole razor apart and you can clean it and buff it and whatever you want to do to it, and it's nice and clean. They don't recommend taking it apart every time, but you can, and I'm going to show you exactly how to do it the proper way. Alright, let's say you've shaved with it and now you want to take it apart to really super clean it. What you do is you take this little knob here and you turn it. Now when you let it turn it, be careful that you don't lose it, because if you lose it, it's going to cost you $4 or $5 to get a new one and the time that it takes to get it. So just keep track of it, be aware of that. Now there's a plate in here. This razor can come with 3 different plates. You take it off and then the razor will sit on the bottom. So then you get your Q-tips. You can put it in soap, like I'll use this soap here, and I wipe it a little bit, make sure that it's wet, and I get in here and I clean the whole thing, okay? Like this here, make sure you get the top here where the razor blade sits flat against. And then I also will take this here and I'll clean all the edges, all the little grooves in here. And this one needs cleaning, you can see that. And do that. Alright, now once it's all done and clean, what I'll do is I'll take a rag here, a washcloth, and I'll just wipe it clean and make sure that all the scum is off of it. You can use 70% alcohol. Sometimes I'll use if you've left it on there for a couple days and it gets a little difficult to get the soap and the scum off of. So okay, let's say we have it all clean now. How are we going to put it back together? Okay, this is the way I do it. There are probably other ways to do it. I'll take, first of all, set the razor down here, right about there, about 20 or 30 degrees off center. Then I take the razor blade with the blade pointing towards the palm of my hand, and I just set it in here like that. Alright, then the next part I take is take the head. You know there's 3 of these. I think this is number 1, and because it has 1 circle on it, and I say it's the mildest one, but they have 1 circle, 2 circles, 3 circles, depending on if you want an aggressive or a real light shave. Then I'll just take that and I'll set it on top without moving the razor, just like that. Alright, then I take the screw and I carefully insert it in a little hole, and this will just drop down. Now if it doesn't drop down, just jiggle it a little bit. It'll drop down. It'll be nice and flush in this area. Let's move this up to the camera. I'm talking about right in here. Alright, so while it's down there like that, I just tighten it down. Then I'll turn it over, and the areas that I'm going to look at that I'm really concerned with, I want to make sure that the blade appears the same depth pointing that direction, pointing this direction. But I don't want it overhanging here, right there, and I don't want it overhanging here. If it is, sometimes you loosen it up just a little bit, the screw, and you can just move it over, and then you tighten it down. The first time I used this razor, what happened was when I injected the blade into the razor from the injector, I wasn't aware that it was, for some reason, it was sticking out on one side, and I did nick myself pretty badly. And then I looked at it, so it's not the razor's fault, it's mine. So now what I do, and it's just a good habit, is to take and make sure that the blade is inserted on both sides. There's no overhang on either side. Tighten it down and you're all set to go. Alright, that's the easy steps on how to clean this particular Supply Company razor. It's a great razor. Okay, so if you have any questions or comments, you can leave them below. If you have any other ideas on how you clean them, I'd appreciate that. Thank you much for watching. And by the way, there'll be some videos that I'll have linked up here towards the top, right and left, that you can watch on how this performs on my head and also on my face. Thanks for watching.